This is Andy Crawford with LouisianaSportsman.com. Everybody but my wife knows that a dull blade is dangerous. It's a quick way to get cut, and so the safest way to use a knife is to have it good and sharp so that you're cutting easily and you're not having to force it. And so through the years, you know, I've always had a pocket knife in my pocket. That was sort of mandated by my dad. And used knives, all, you know, hunting and fishing, all of that stuff. And so I've really looked for the perfect knife sharpener. I've used old stones, I've used soapstones, I've used sort of the commercial kitchen sharpeners, and found a lot of them that were good. But I came across last week this really special sharpener from Work Sharp. They claim to create edges that are shaving edges, you know, sharp enough to shave, I think is their motto, and you know, that's a pretty high standard, but they live up to it. It's really incredible. It looks, for all intents, like a sander, and that's really what it is. It's got different guides that set your angle on the knife, and so when you have that guide in there, you simply lay that blade in there and pull it across, and it sets the edge perfectly, sets the angle perfectly for the edge. You've got a set of guides for outdoor knives and scissors, and then you've got a guide for kitchen knives. The cool thing about this is that it's really useful for more than just knives. You can use it if you are sharpening a shovel, or I've got a machete we'll sharpen here in a minute. Lawnmower blades, I will use it for that. You can pivot this head so that you can put it in just the right position to do what you need done. Okay, so it's really easy. It is run off of belts just like a sander, and you simply push down this middle pulley, and the belts come off so that you can change them up. You've got a fine grit purple, a medium grit red, and then there's a really coarse grit green belt that you can use probably for more garden implements and machetes and shovels and stuff. And so we're going to sharpen a couple of knives real quick and show you how it works. To put the belt on is pretty easy. You simply work it into this opening here. You've got a couple of pulleys on the bottom, and then you push this top pulley down and slide it on there. Now if you don't get it centered on those pulleys, it'll start working its way off, and so just a quick turn like that will show you if it's set. So now we've got that set. I'm going to put on the outdoor guide, and there is just a bolt in the back that it slides down on. Now I'm ready to go. A fillet knife, you know, one of the things that's driven me crazy for years, and I'm sure it has for most of y'all, is getting that edge all the way to the point when a knife is curved. When you've got a fairly straight edge like this, it's pretty easy, but when that knife curves, it's hard to really make sure you're getting that edge all the way to the point. This does it for you because you're just pushing against this belt, and so as you drag it through there, it stays right there against that belt. It'll sharpen it all the way out to the point. And so to do this, you've got a little trigger. There's you can set it to stay on constantly, or you can pulse it, however you'd like to do it. Again, you just lay it in there, lay it against that guide, and then you pull it through about 5 times, depending on how much you need to sharpen. You can do more, obviously, if the blade is really dull. So here we go. it's sharp. And so what you would do is you would use this medium grit on most of your knives, most of your knives you can work in the kitchen, or a fillet knife or something like that. And then you're going to switch it for this this purple belt. Again, it's being difficult, but you want to slide it into position. Well, and it really is easier than I'm making it look right now. Slide it in there, and you just have to make sure that you're not getting hung up on anything. You can pull those that blade guide out of there if you need to ensure that you're straight. Again, you want to center it on that on those pulleys, and then you're going to pull it through. And that will polish that edge and get rid of any burrs that you might have created. I'm just going to pull that off so I can switch back. I'm going to show you how easy it is to sharpen scissors. If you've got scissors that you use to cut bone or whatever, we use them all the time in the kitchen. You put that same guide back on there, and there is a scissor guide. And so you're simply going to take your set of scissors, and there's actually a magnet in there to make sure you're in there right, and then you're going to pull it through there. And again, the key is that it is setting that angle for you. You don't really have to think. Now, if you want to do kitchen knives, you need to switch over to this set of guides for kitchen implements. So you're going to do exactly the same thing, though. And the key is that you're going to keep it against that guide so that angle's right. Now, I'll show you how easy it is and how useful it is. I tell you what, I'm going to put that coarse belt on here, and we're going to sharpen a machete real quick. Anybody who has a deer camp knows how critical it is to have a machete, and a sharp machete is hard to come by sometimes. And so with just a few passes, you can have a machete that is very, very sharp. Put my guide on there. I mean, I could lay it down and I could use it just as a grinder, or I can use this outdoor knife guide, and it's a little bit harder to hold it against that, and so I'm going to take my time, but hold it against that. I mean, you can really see it taking that metal off and creating a good edge. And it's pulling. I'd probably have to work this a little bit more because that curve is so dramatic, but it's got an edge all the way down it and all the way to the handle. And so it's an incredible piece of equipment. I really urge you to go up and check it out. There's a couple of different models. This one is their standard model. There's a Ken Onion version that is really targeted toward more high-end kitchen knives. They actually have belts that will take it down to a mirror finish on that edge, so it's incredible. If you're not at where you have electricity, they also make manual models that have guides that will automatically set your angle, and so all you have to do at that point is just pull it through. and then pull it through and just hold that angle. And so you can change that angle for you know, the specific knife you use, and there's different attachments, different grit, and even a leather strop that you can put on. It's just held on by magnets. Very, very useful. And so you know, you've got hook sharpeners. You can just turn this, and there's a hook sharpener in here, and again, it's got your angle already set. Pull it in and just work it through like this. Really, really cool stuff. But this grinder, man, that's where it's at. And so go out and check it out. They sell replacement belts so that you can keep going if you wear one down. I promise you, you will not be disappointed.